Thank you for taking the time to watch this small video. Today we're going to do a couple of series on Sta-Right pool heaters that a lot of times I get questions on. And this is the biggest one out there. My Sta-Right gas heater fires up, but it doesn't stay lit and it goes to service heater. That's my pup in the background. But anyway, let's go and begin. Anything I say in this video does not supersede this Pentair Sta-Right safety instructions or your local building codes. Alright? It's only my suggestion only. Okay? So make sure when you get a Sta-Right heater, either professionally installed or you install it, and hopefully you do get a permit or a licensed electrician or definitely a gas person to install the gas. Alright, let's go through the manual and we'll go. I'm going to scroll down through the manual. We're going to tap on one subject. There's going to be multiple subjects. I'm going to do some prizes on some of my videos, so be aware of what I say, because I'm going to be asking questions, and whoever answers it right gets a prize. Alright, first of all, gas plumbing to the heater. This is what Sta-Right recommends. Alright, you definitely want a gas shutoff no more than 3 feet from your heater. That is a definite. Okay, and it says right there. The other thing, I saw professionals do it, and even professionals didn't know what the answer was. This union cannot be in the cabinet. It'll void your warranty if it's in your cabinet. When I was a Sta-Right warranty person, I used to see it, and I void the warranty, and I red tagged the heater and shut the whole system down. The one-person gas person I used for many years to do my gas work, I had one particular heater that he did, and he put his worker put in a gas union inside the cabinet, and I could not fire up the unit because it had the union in the cabinet. And I called him up and he argued with me, and he said, what is wrong with that? Well, think about it. You have constant gas all the way up to the gas valve, which is somewhere located here in the heater. If you have a union that is leaking, okay, even we do it new, do a manometer check, it's not leaking, give it a couple of weeks, and she starts leaking. What happens to it? Nothing stops that gas from freely flowing inside this cabinet. Well, guess what? You have equal to an atom bomb. So if somebody installed any heater with a union inside the cabinet, call them up, shut it down, turn it off. The union needs to be out of the cabinet. Okay, let's go down here. Our biggest pet peeve is, is that the one I wanted to do? Let me see, I thought it showed another. another valve. Well, anyway, this valve would be good. All right. Biggest question I got, Harvey, my heater fires up 3 times, turns off, and goes to service heater. And I flip the top side upside down, and there's no codes. It fires up 3 times because that's what Sta-Right has. All right, for, you know, if it's sucking up gas from a newly system, it'll need to bring up the gas. But if somebody did their job right, it wouldn't have to do that. Number one, it doesn't really fire up for 3 times. You think it does. It has a pre-purge and a post-purge. The pre-purge, the fan turns on. Number one, how it works is basically it turns on. Well, it doesn't turn on. It checks all the safety features first. Then it'll tell the system to go ahead and start the fan up. The fan will turn on for roughly 30 seconds. If you listen closely, you'll hear a click. And on some of the new units, you have to listen to a really click. That is the gas valve turning on. Click. It turns on. Well, about 30 seconds, 40 seconds later, she shuts off. Wait about 30, 40 seconds. She'll restart. She'll do that 3 times. Well, how do we know that we have gas to this valve? There is a good way to test. There's a positive and negative on a Sta-Right, a test meter. Now, I'm going to show you some manometers. You're going to need one. Unfortunately, a Sta-Right, to fully do your own work and diagnose your problems, gotta spend some money. We're gonna go to Granger. I'll show you some manometers. Alright, here is your positive, negative manometer, and I'll just show you some other manometers. Here's a slack tube. You can use the slack tube for just the positive. These rolled up ones I do not like. The reason why, they are convenient, but they do crack. And I'm just showing you manometers. You decide what manometer you would like to get. I will happen to show you one more manometer. This is called the slack tube. Basically, there are 3 kinds of manometers out there. This being a water slack tube. Water seeks its own level. Then you got a pressure gauge manometer, and then you got a positive and negative manometer. Now, the building code, gas code, says all gas testing will be done by a liquid U-tube manometer. Well, the reason why they say that is if, argument's sake, you have a regular gauge manometer, it could stick. Liquid does not stick. It seeks its own level. The only thing more I'll say about manometers is read your instructions on your manometer that you do get, especially the liquid type, because some, if you're calling for 6 inches of water column, some give you 6 inches of water column on one side. Some you have to add 3 and 3 is 6. So there's your manometer. We'll get out of there. Let's go back. Alright. When you open up your cabinet, the gas line's coming in. There's a hex key right here. 1/8 inch tap. This is where you connect your liquid manometer to it. And you look at the instructions on your Sta-Right heater, and you're looking for how many inches of water column you're supposed to be at. Because the reason why is you want to do that is you simply could be out of gas, have a bad gas valve, be empty on gas, empty tank, even if your tank says 70% full. So that's where you're going to use the liquid manometer. Now, Sta-Right has a negative test. You cannot use your liquid manometer on a negative test. You'll be quite surprised what'll happen if you plug your liquid manometer into this negative test. The fan will turn on and the water will simply disappear so quick it isn't funny. And you'll go, what happened? It sucked it right into the heater. So on a negative test, which now you need a digital meter, you have your tube coming off your blower going into your gas valve. What you need to make yourself is a small piece of tubing. You can get an ace or whatever, a T, another small piece of tubing, and your test meter. And you're going to connect everything up from this T.
You've got mail.
And then you are, let me click out of that. Then you are going to check it negatively. That is one case of scenario of checking if you have gas and everything else like that. Just to let you know, if your gas pressure is not correct, do not ever, I never needed to adjust it in the field, and I would say you never need to do it, but never want to adjust your gas valve by yourself. If you need to adjust the gas valve, I would say something else is wrong, but if a gas valve needs to be adjusted, you need to have a qualified person. Alright guys, that is it.